When they hear Sandstorm and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on another team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gators will put total leather and we'll get started. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So the South Carolina Gamecocks return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires it incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
After the incompletion, it's second down. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll pull it down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So the Florida Gators offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team.
He's going for it all. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it, hold it, hold it. with that left hand, able to get it up and over the nipple. And he's going to be fouled there. The offense is all set up, but I want you to watch John's nipple right here. He's going to come off this little fade screen to get the shot right in here. But it's patience. When you're a shooter, you don't have to rush. You know where you're going, okay? Once you fade it, boom. And the defense for Arizona didn't react. Because, again, when you're going to switch in a quick situation, that bottom man has to talk loud, early, and often in order to get that switch and tell the top guy where to go. AT&T connector can't give you that look. Offensive rebound on the mess. Here goes James, and James will go to the line.
Open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's looking to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At the 35, he's open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Gets it out quickly. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The run from the shotgun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll go to the ground. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the back. Hard running there.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Arkansas delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Fayetteville. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground.
He's going to let it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Couldn't get anything done on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. At the 40, there he goes. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And wings it incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that. Now on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. The pickup of 1 to the 24.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
On 3rd down, going up top. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. I guess they believe the entire field is 4-down territory. A bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it on 4th and 12 miles. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. The quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest plays.
It's loose. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop with the sweet throwing catches, plenty to give them a first down. The corners are walked up tight. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up for it.
It's good. Easy call for the ref. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He finds his man. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. The defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quarterback keeper. The Gators get enough to move the chains. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Florida. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And the PAT makes it 14-6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution. That field starts to shrink, and it gets a little bit more difficult.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. It's complete. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry up.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He wants to throw. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
They're going to throw it again. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's got an open man. Touchdown, Gamecocks!